blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Goff. He completes it to Tate. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here are the Rams under third-year head coach Sean McVay. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. The safety Ed Reed there to make the play.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. Goff now looks to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Cooks now in his second season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hekker, on to punt for the Rams. Back deep, Golden Tate. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
180! Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, kill.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes a mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got one.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Terrell Owens, 61 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jared Goff and the NFC champs, they get ready to begin this drive. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, with that incompletion, let's tap into the useless facts file, shall we? 3 guys with the last name Allen got the start in Week 9. Josh in Buffalo, Kyle in Carolina, Brandon in Denver. All 3 got the win. And, Charles, that's the first time in league history that 3 QBs sharing the last name won on the same weekend.
How about that? And I think for Brandon Allen, his first start as well, so not bad. Now, throw in the guys who have the same last name and their starts. Let's go to 2000. The Johnsons, Brad, Doug, and Rob. And in 1984, we're really digging deep here. I love this. Dave, Wade, and Mark Wilson. Now, to my recollection, none of them were related. Just all had the same last name. Who would you take, the Johnsons? Or would you take the Wilsons?
I'll take the Johnsons because I actually remember them playing. But, I'm sorry, you're getting mad at me for that comment. But none of them ever won on the same weekend, so we witnessed NFL history this past week.
We certainly did. Great NFL history. At least Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 33.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll run on first down. Freeman sheds off the tackle. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Back now in Los Angeles as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 21-zip. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends in a touchdown run from Devontae Freeman. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Goff on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it'll be second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To the air again. Goff. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Goff now to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Here's Goff. First down, Los Angeles. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And it looks like this one won't work out. Hans team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. First down, a run with Cohen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, here's Freeman. Room here to run. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Go.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment.
Championships, all my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym, jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Get to here with anybody, take them, I can shake them, I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them, I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up.
An offensive and defensive game plan has been pre-selected based on your weekly opponent tendencies. Change your game plan anytime before starting. Each week you can focus train 3 players for extra experience. Once you've made your game plan, choose to start training and head down to the...
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die. Never
Here we go. What do you need?
my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been up his magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to
Here we go.
Like
20.
What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him
Here we go.
I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking.
Here we go.
What do you need? When he was fighting that case, promise I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me. Do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it.
Here we go.
Can't treat me like my ace. I got way too many problems. Really worried I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, they go crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up. It look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before. Get done out my problems. Let me.
Here we go.
With the gang, we roll out and kick it tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits.
Here we go.
What would you do if you were me and didn't have it?
White.
Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh.
Black 80, hot. Stay hot. Here we go. 180. We hot. Here we go. 180. Stay hot.
Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold. Copy. End zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my
Here we go.
dance.
180.
Stance. No man, man.
Yes.
I deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on.
Here we go. 180. Stay hot.
I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Here we go.
They can't get
180.
stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on the track when attacking like damagers. They react and play it back on the camera. High important, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like a
Here we go.
manual.
180.
Do on the annual.
Stay hot.
Key that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. MC, be emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash.
Here we go.
Smash.
120. Stay hot.
I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold. Copy. End zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky.
Here we go.
I do my
180.
dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. I deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they
Here we go.
can.
180.
Smash.
Hot.
Yes. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Here we go. 180. Stay hot.
They slept on the team that they own. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best as I am. There's no need in keeping it low key. I can carve for the D like a turkey. I run straight to the D like a train.
180.
Taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. These colors are making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around to the
Here we go.
tumble.
180. Stay hot.
I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off move, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic.
Here we go. 180.
Pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz. Pass it.
12.
Got it on. Smash.
Yes.
Put on the dash. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, All y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in a sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks as they match up with Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the host of Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in after a loss last time out, but they've still been in good form, winners of 6 of their last 8. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense here set to take over with Russell Wilson leading the way. Wilson, a Pro Bowler 5 times in his 7 NFL seasons, including last year, when he threw for a career-high 35 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week, 15 carries, 61 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd and short. And here's the starting offensive unit for Seattle.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. It's complete to Lockett. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
One, Omaha. We got double up.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
12, fellas. Here we go. Hey, gun. Mike 50. Wild Bill. Five.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season, it's big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
12, fellas, here we go. 2.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Got a man, he finds Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
21.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's our time. Hey, Alpha. Mike's 50. Here we go, D.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Here we go. Like 20. Mike's 50. Rip right. 11. Hey, gun. He's the mark. Watch the flag.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Here we go.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
I got you. Mike 50. I got you, son.
Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Twelve.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but on is the rookie 4th-rounder Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Carson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Let's go!
How about that, partner? That's a gutsy run, a physical run, an explosive run, and he's inside the 10-yard line now. I don't know if you hand it to him again on this play, but make the defense think that you will, and maybe you have some options off of it.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
On second down, it's Carson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Week 10 in the NFL coming to a close tonight. Not too early to look ahead to Week 11. We've got Thursday Night Football to get us started. The Dog Pound going to be alive and barking. The first meeting of the year between the Steelers and the Browns. And since the Browns came back to Cleveland, the Steelers are 34-6-1 against their rivals. Browns trying to stem that tide.
1, Omaha. No. Off.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards on the ground. The ultimate speedster, showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
11.
54, right there. 50.
Hey, Orbit.
You're not ready. 54.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Out to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to record his 5th sack of the season. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Hey, alert. 21.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January.
Extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1 in the 2018 season.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Chris Carson trotting back out there at his current pace. Sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the jet sweep, here comes more. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Wilson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, alert.
To throw again is Wilson. He lets it fly, and this is caught inside the 5. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Check. Watch the before. Watch the run.
Good.
Wilson will throw again. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
To throw is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Lock.
Watch the slats.
Hey, seam 6.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Garoppolo now. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Fielded about a yard deep. So we are at halftime here on a Monday. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They go play action now. Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now it's Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And the ball is knocked out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. On 3rd down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They run with Breida. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You must be dreaming.
From the 24, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. On first down, here's Breida. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. This is Breida. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on second and 3. Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. Oh, now Breida loses it, and the Seahawks have recovered. Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.